Namaste, welcome back to Sthita Pragna channel, and you are watching AWS real-time projects for beginner to expert levels. Oh, this person looks exactly they dressed exactly like us. Um, yeah, it's just we have goggles and they don't, and the hair color is different. Anyways, um, yeah, we are in season 6. We are playing in the network as a networking role. And we finished so far 65 projects, and we are going to do our 66th project. So let's not waste any time and jump into it. And today we are going to do the project that is called, where is it? I think it is this one. Intelligent Application Protection. So let's go here. And remember this vehicle that we got in the previous project as a gift. It is super fast, as you can see. Anyways, we are here. Let's talk to them. What, you don't want to move them from there? Okay. Let's talk to them and find out what project this is about, etc. Hello, I'm in charge of protecting Earth's space systems from any threats originating from deep space. Thank you for responding to our request for help. No problem. What is the issue? Our systems here on Earth communicate constantly with spacecraft orbiting around our planet. This communication is highly classified and must not get into the wrong hands. We have noticed emerging attempts to threaten and compromise our communication data coming from alien spaceships deep in space. The existing protections we have in place aren't enough. That doesn't sound good. How can I help? We want a solution to monitor and filter harmful requests while allowing necessary spacecraft communication to pass through to Earth. Do you know of an effective solution? Sure. It sounds like your problem can be solved using AWS WAF. AWS WAF is a web application firewall that helps you monitor the HTTP and HTTPS requests that are forwarded to your protected resources. You use AWS WAF to control how your resources respond to requests. You do this by defining a web access control list or web ACL and then associating it with one or more resources that you want to protect. The associated resources forward incoming requests to AWS WAF for inspection by the web ACL. Fascinating. Tell me more about this web ACL. A web ACL gives you fine-grained control over all the requests that your protected resources respond to. In your web ACL, you create rules to define traffic patterns to look for in requests and to specify the actions to take on matching requests. This helps you filter the traffic coming to Earth and allow the request to go through or block harmful requests. This sounds like just what we need. Can you give me more details on how to implement it? Of course, in the AWS WAF rule statements, you provide your matching criteria and the action to take on matches. You can define rule statements directly inside your WebACL and in reusable rule groups that you use in your WebACL. You create your own rule groups with customized rules specific to the types of threats you want to block. And the pregnancy, we already did this in the previous season where we created WAF customized rules and as well as managed rules. Remember that? You can also use AWS managed rules rule groups, which are collections of predefined ready-to-use rules that AWS and AWS Marketplace sellers write and maintain for you. You can create a rate-based rule to track the rate of requests for each identified threat and invoke the rule action on the threat when rates go over the limit that you set. In the previous project, we have done something similar. Also, we used the rate-based rule wherein we said if a 401 error comes more than 20 times, trigger that or defend or block it. You can use this type of rule to put a temporary block on requests from an identified thread that's sending excessive requests. Wow, that is a robust solution. I love it. I'm ready to move forward and get this implemented. Can you help us implement this solution? Of course, I already have experience doing it, so why not? Great, I can't wait to see this in action. Okay, so I think this should not be a big deal for us because we already done the similar project in the previous season. So we will create a web ACL. We will use managed roles. In the previous project, we created both managed and custom roles. And then we are going to create a rate-based rule in WAF. All right, easy peasy. Let's click start. Here we are. Let's click on the video concepts. Okay, so As usual, I recommend you to watch all these videos, and these videos are available in this playlist that will pop up here. Once you click on it, it will open AWS tutorials for beginners playlist, and in there search for this with this title. You will find the video. Watch all the videos and then come back and watch the rest of the project. Why I'm asking you to watch this? Because if you haven't watched it, this will explain in detail about this particular service. Here it is about ELB, here EC2 CloudFront and WAF. So obviously, if you want to understand the project using these services, you need to know these things, right? So go there, watch it, and these are fun videos where they explain using pictures. You will love it, and you can leave comments on those videos as well if you like them or if I'm correct or wrong. But I recommend you to watch this and come back and watch the rest of the project. Okay, so let's go through the steps. In this solution, a web ACL is created to provide detailed visibility over incoming requests. AWS managed rules are added to filter out requests that use common web threads and attack vectors, including those to SQL databases. Finally, a RAID-based rule is created to protect the most sensitive part of a web application against web floods. Users access the web application through an Amazon CloudFront distribution. Previously, the web application was insecure and prone to common application layer security attacks. Using WAF, web ACLs are associated with the web application's CloudFront distribution to build a robust perimeter to protect the application's workload. Web application backend is composed of two EC2 instances inside an auto-scaling group sitting behind an application load balancer. To establish a strong protection baseline against common web threats, AWS Managed Rules rule groups are created. Managed Rules for AWS WAF is a managed service that adds pre-built rules to your web ACL, which provides protection against common application vulnerabilities or other unwanted traffic. Custom rule groups can be used to reuse collections of rules that you either don't find in the managed rule group offerings or that you prefer to handle on your own. Adding this extra logic on top of managed rule helps you to solidify protection and tailor it to a specific application. Creating a rate-based rule in AWS WAF helps to prevent any single source IP address from negatively impacting the availability of a website. Rate-based rules protect your application from malicious actors making an unreasonable amount of requests within a short period of time. Okay, so let's jump into our plan lab goals. We'll create WebACL. We will use managed rules to filter out requests. Then we'll create rate-based rule. As DIY, we are going to add anonymous IP list managed rule group to WebACL managed rule goals. Okay, let's jump into the practice. Again, we have done something similar, so this should not take much time for us, even though it has 53 steps. That's all right. Okay, so we are going to use Cloud9 for some reason. Not sure what we are going to use that for, but okay. uh, 10 minutes. Okay, as usual, read the concept. I'm not going to read it. Pause the video, read the concept, and then go forward. Okay, we are immediately going to WAF, and we'll create a web ACL, and we are going to name it that one, IAP WAF. And obviously the resource type is CloudFront distributions, because that's what we are we have. We are associating the web ACLs with, because our application is actually distributed using CloudFront. And then we are going to add AWS resources, and the resource type is CloudFront distribution, and that is the distribution we have. And let's copy that so that we can go ahead and hit it. I guess using Cloud9 we are going to generate the threads, I guess. Click next, and then we are going to use CloudWatch metric, not CloudWatch, what is this? Enable sampled requests. If you have request sampling enabled, you can view a sample of the request that AWS WAF has inspected and either allowed or blocked. For each sample request, you can view detailed data about the request, such as originating IP. Okay, so we are going to click that so that we can see sample requests as part of the CloudWatch, I guess. And then create web ACL. Then we have it here. Click on it, and then click add managed rules. And then under this, we are going to scroll down and select SQL database, add to WebACL, and then click save. And then now let's go to Cloud9. They already created an environment for us. And they want us to execute this. We are setting the CloudFront URL as that value, and then we are executing this curl command. Okay, and it is saying forbidden. Why? We don't have access. That's fine. First of all, let's go and get this command copied. Where is that command? Oh, I think these commands are in the file that they asked me to download. Let me open it. Downloads, command commands. Okay, I think we have the commands here. Okay, I will show it uh, when we actually do the lab. Okay, so that's fine. We are going to enter 18 to 2. So first here we are going to set that variable. Then we are going to enter the curl command. It said forbidden. Okay, not sure why it is forbidden. Initiates query arguments that contain system file extensions that are, oh, okay, so that are unsafe. .ini. Okay, looks like these file types are unsafe, maybe indicating an attack. I think that's why they are forbidden. And once we do that, what are we going to do? We are going to paste this here. What are we pasting? User equals to script. So we again, these commands are again part of the .txt file. So once you enter that, the request could not be satisfied. Again, this is blocking it, looks like. Could not be satisfied, could not be satisfied, request blocked. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to the next one. And what is it saying? This command initiates a cross-site. Okay, they are just trying to mimic different attack types. So this is called cross-site scripting attack. And again, even that is blocked, telling us whatever the role we created is working. And then we are going to go to the role. And web ACLs, we are going to click on the global CloudFront. Okay, then we choose our WAF. And then we go to roles. We are going to add own roles, custom roles we are going to add. All right. This time we are going to create our own custom role wherein we are telling it, I cannot copy it or what. I'm going to name it this one. And I'm going to say matches at least one of the statements are. Okay. I'm going to select that one. And then I'm going to select single header field name is this one. And greater than or equal to 0 bytes. Something similar we already did in previous project. Same custom role. I think they are just reusing that here. What they are trying to do is if the header with this name contains any data greater than 0 bytes, then think of it as a block. Okay, so after we enter, and then there is another one, single query parameter. So previous one is header, and this is parameter. I mean, it's almost same parameter with the name this one, and if the size is greater than or equal to 0, then save it. Okay, block use rule actions. Oh, sorry, that was previous one. This is block both of them, and we are going to go back again to the EC2, and then this time we are going to execute two more commands, I guess, which are X spot. As you can see, header, H means header, and it is going to be blocked, and we are going to enter with this parameter sneaky attack exploit, again this is going to be blocked as well. Okay, that is done. And now if you execute without the header or this, obviously it is going to be working fine without any problem, because this is not considered as a threat. Now we are going to add more rules. Oh my goodness. Okay, this time we are going to test SQL injection. Yeah, I was right. Okay, and this time we are going to name this block SQL. This is another attack type, and this time it is going to be body and plain text, and then contains SQL injection attacks. And then we are going to choose inspect the contents that are within the size limitations according to etc. Then it is going to be low, sensitivity level low, and block it. With the block action, you can send a custom response to the web enable, and we are going to send 200, and choose for create a custom response body, and we are going to enter SQLi low. There are too many configurations here, but these are not uh, something that these are self-explanatory, so not don't worry about it too much. Okay, add the rule, move up SQL injection attack, sure, why not. Okay, then save it, then let's go back. Oh, we are adding more rules, awesome. Okay, previously the sensitivity was low and this is high, and I'm assuming we are going to create the same thing, body plain text same thing. Okay, and here the only difference is sensitivity high, again the same, but I think we are going to create another body which says high sensitivity. So just to check both of them actually work. And we are going to put it in the second place. Okay, now we are going to again try to replicate this by running two more, which is user equals to and 1 equals to 1, paste sensitivity level match less, and then we are sending 1094 and 3 equals to substring version, paste sensitivity high. So these are considered as, I guess, SQL attacks, SQL injection attacks, um, as you can see here. But this is a low level attack they consider, but this one substring version one something like this is considered a high level attack. Okay, high sensitivity does a better job of detecting and blocking more complex inputs because it inspects more of the input while applying strategies for reducing the potential of false positives that could otherwise occur. In our implementation, the rule with low sensitivity didn't match the more complex input, and the request continued being evaluated until the rule with the high sensitivity matched and blocked it. Okay. Then we are going to add more rules. I think they are making us test all different kinds of attacks. Okay, now what are we creating here? Login URI rate based URL. Okay, I think this is something that we did previous project, rate based URL, and rate limit is 100, and it's about the source IP address. And if we get, I think, 100 requests from the same source IP, only consider requests that match the criteria in a rule statement. And then we are going to give it URI path contains string, and what string? Login. Save it. And then we are going to again mimic the attack, wherein we are going to say cloud URL slash login, which is okay. But we are running this 100 times in a loop using this command. So obviously if you are going to run 100 times, the 100th one time, this run 100 times, 100th one time, obviously it is going to say forbidden. Nice. I think that's about it. This is, even though it has 53 steps, it's it about testing different. attacks. So at least now we learned different attacks. If you are going to implement this solution at your work, you know how to mimic those attacks. That is something that I think key takeaway from this, because we have already learned how to create manage rules and custom rules in previous projects. So, but we learned about different types of attacks. If you have to replicate this, you know how to do it right now. Okay, let's go ahead directly create the web ACL, and the initial web ACL we are going to create is CloudFront distributions, and the region is going to be CloudFront because that is going to be global. That is the name I'm going to give. Its body size is default. Let's add resources, and it's going to be CloudFront only. Select that, add it. They already created this one for us, so, and we would need this. Next. Okay, so let's go ahead, add managed rules, and I think it is going to be SQL database. Contains rules that allow you to block request patterns associated with exploitation of SQL databases like SQL injection attacks. This can help prevent remote injection of unauthorized queries. I think that's all we are going to add for this one. Obviously, default action is block. Oh, match any rule. I think we don't want to change that one. Okay, we have the rules. Uh, yeah, use rule actions. I think yes, that's it. We don't want to change anything. Next. Enable sample request. Sure, why not? Next. I think pretty much that's it. Okay, while that is creating, let's go to Cloud9. Cloud9, we already know it's a cloud IDE. We have done several projects using, okay, let me close the other right tabs. Seriously? That's weird. Open. Okay, while that is opening, let me see from the file what are they asking us to run. Okay, I know what they are asking us to run. So we are here. Let's click on this, click new terminal. We can close this. Okay, we are just trying to hit this URL from a particular website. That's what basically we are trying to do here. And I'm just preparing this command. I will show you in a minute. So first thing is we need to set the variable cloud URL because we are going to use this variable in the coming attacks. And again, what are we testing? Whatever the manager role we added, right? So when you run this one, this initiates query arguments that contain system file extensions that are unsafe to read or run. So if I do this, did it allow it? Isn't it supposed to not allow it or something? Miss from cloud. Hold on. I think I have to not just manage role. This one doesn't let me switch windows. That's something. I think I have to go and add those. No, I think execute. So this CloudFront, we are executing that file from that file, and still it is allowing. Why? If I go to web ACLs, it won't show anything obviously. Okay, action allow. Why? Okay, because this is not considered as that or what? Okay, let me go and check. Did I miss anything? Should we do the other ones and then do this? I don't think so. Let me go and see. Okay. Oh, they did the core rule set as well. That's the thing. We didn't turn that on. That's why it is not. Okay. Rules, add rules managed. I only selected one. They selected the core rules as well. I think the first .ini will. The core rules will block this one. This one will block it. Add rules. Save it. Okay. Now if I go and do the same thing again, at least we get to see it. It's working before that. I think it might take some time. Hold on. Yeah. So now it is forbidding it. This is how it's supposed to be, right? Nice. Okay. So as you can see, that forbidded it. And we let's also try to do the cross-site scripting attack. But I don't know if we have to do this before or after this. But let me try it right now. If it let it through, then we know that I have to go and enable something. And even this it blocked because this one, right? SQL rule set. This cross-site scripting is part of that. And how did you replicate it? Replicate that by sending this one. User equals to that. That creates a cross-site scripting attack, which we successfully blocked because we use the manager role SQL. Okay, now let's go to here and click roles, add rules. We are not going to add manager rules. Instead, we are going to create our own role. And the rule name we are going to give is called block header and query string. Okay, and this is going to be a regular rule, and it's going to be matches at least one of the statements because we are going to add two statements. And this is going to be either it matches single header, and header field name is this one, and if it has size greater than or equal to 0, or single parameter query, and the parameter name is that, and if the size is greater than or equal to 0. So if either of these works, then you know what to do. Block it, and we don't create any custom message with it, just add it, save it. So now let's go back to this one and try to run or replicate those. So let's replicate. So this request, where is this? Okay. What this request should be blocked due to the attack header being present, which is this one. We defined it. So if I run this, it should forbid it, which it did. And then this particular request, it should be blocked due to the presence of attack query text, which is sneaky attack, which we added. Yes. And just for verification, this particular query, if I run it, it should run fine because this doesn't have that header or the query string. So far, so good. Okay. So far, good. Yes, it is good. I don't know why this came up, but let's go back here again. And let's click add rules, add again custom rules. And this time we are going to create another one which is called block SQL injection low. And this is going to be a rate based rule Is it a red based or no? It's not going to be regular role, and we are going to be inspecting the body, and it matches the statement, not at least one, because we are going to have only one. And we are going to what are we going to do? Body, it has to be contains SQL injection attacks, right? And I think choose how to handle web requests that have oversight. I think that's fine. It's going to be a low sensitive and then block, but we are going to create a custom response. Enable response code. I think we chose to have it as 200, and this is going to be choose a custom response body. It's going to be HTML, and this name is going to be SQL low, and the bodies will contain this one. Save it. Add role. I hope these are the options. Something is missing. This one. Yeah, I think we need to select this one. Okay. It's created, but we need to move this up. Save it. We are not done yet. Again, come back here and let's create the injection high. And regular, same thing, body, JS, plain text, contains SQL injection, same thing, continue, and this time it is going to be high, block, custom response, enable, it's going to be 200, create response body, HTML, and it's going to be and the body is going to have it this one. Okay, add role, and this is going to go here. Save it. Done. Now let's go to here and let's run, or at least try to. So this particular request, what does it imitate? This imitates a SQL injection attack. The HTML response should return low, which is what we got. And then this particular request imitates a SQL injection attack, but this response should return high. Yes, which it does. All right, so if you want to mimic or replicate SQL injection attacks, you can use these commands and do it. Okay, let's go back now and finish our last rule, which is going to be the login, the rate based rule. So again, custom rule, and we are going to name it rate login. It's going to be rate based rule, and rate limit is 100 times, and it's going to be the identify source. Consider all requests. Consider requests that match the criteria in a role, and it's going to be URI path, and type is going to be path contains string. Sorry, string login if I'm not wrong. Don't they have a string login? I'll just say string. String to match. Let me check. I think I missed this part. Okay, string to match is login. Okay, got it. Oops, not here. Okay, once I'm here, I cannot go there. Okay, Login is the string that we need to match, not caps. Okay, I think pretty much that's it. Block it, add role, save it. Let's go here. Okay, now let's go and try to run this one for verification, just to verify. So this request should be allowed and return 200. Okay, okay, good. So far good. Now this command, what does it do? This command makes 100 requests for the protected URI to reach the predefined limit in the AWS cloud environment that we created. So it runs 100 times. Let it run. And then finally we try to log in. But if the red bait rule is invoked, what should happen? It will say forbidden request because you already hit the 100 limit. Okay. All right. Then now if I run this, oh, it's still giving me. Okay. Then, okay. Now it did. I don't know why it took time for that, but as you can see, forbidden. Got it? All right. I think we successfully tested all of the scenarios. Now let's see what they have to give us for the DIY. Add the anonymous IP list manage role group to the web app ACL. Anonymous IP list. I guess we can do it. It's a manage rule, obviously. I think somewhere it has to be anonymous. Oh, they are charging money. Yeah, this one. I think they are asking us to add. That's it. Save it. Okay, what should I do? Yeah, it's the same. IAP-WAF. It's simple. These DIYs they gave are so simple. And then this shows orange, and I'm like, no, yay! And by the way, I like the practice lab and the DIY that they provided in the AWS. What is that game that we played recently? AWS. Wow, I forgot. Oh my God, what is it? What is it? AWS Escape Room. Yeah, if you haven't watched that video, go ahead. It was a fun video. 1.5 hour. So AWS they had a game created AWS that is related to the Cloud Quest again, which is called AWS Escape Room. Watch it in our YouTube channel. Okay, AWS Escape Room. It's about 1.5 hour where we have to escape out of the office and investigate something. It was fun. Go watch it. What I liked is the way that they made us do the practice labs and the DIY section. I wish these were like that. Here they walk us through everything, right? In there don't walk us through. They say do this, do this, do this, do this, and we have to figure it out and do it. I like that way. But here, since they tell us um, practice lab goals, everything they tell us. So it's okay, but that is challenging. And even in that game, we had to do that as a part of an extra challenge, but we finished it. I hope all these are like that. Anyways, we successfully did this. Okay, now let's go and deliver the news. Done. Communication between Earth and orbiting spacecraft is now further protected from any threats coming from deep space. Amazing. Thank you for your help. Choose a reward as a token of our appreciation. Oh no, not that one. Anyways, doesn't matter. Both suck. Okay, so now it's time for quiz. And again, are you guys and girls as well? I'm not discriminating. Um, are you all ready for the quiz? You should be. So now let's do it and see who will win. Will I win or will you win? So let me close this, and I liked it. It would have been more fun if you gave more challenges. Okay, let's close this one. And the escape route I'm talking about, actually it's special event. You can, if I click here, it will show it. This is the one I'm talking about. AWS escape room. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and watch it. It was fun. It took 1.5 hours for us, but I liked it. Okay. And let's do the quiz. Are you guys ready? Are you all ready? Okay. If you aren't ready, that's fine. Get ready. Let's see who will win. Will I win or will you win? How do rate-based rules in WAF help protect against DDoS attacks? They limit the amount of traffic allowed to access a resource over a set period of time. They block traffic based on specific IP address or user address. They analyze traffic per data. I think it is this. This A is my answer. And yes, it's a good start. One love. Did you guys answer it correctly? And no cheating, by the way. No cheating. You all will be like, oh, he's not watching. I can cheat. No, that's not fair. So no, don't cheat. Okay, let's go. Which AWS managed rule group provides protection against exploitation of a wide range of vulnerabilities generally applicable to web applications? Hmm. I think it's a core rule set, managed rule group. My option is A. 2 out of 2. Too low. Okay, I hope yours is 2-0 as well. If not, I am already on the winning track. Which sensitivity level in a SQL injection rule statement in WAF detects more SQL injection attacks but also generates more false positives? I think I think it is high. Okay, because we did low, it didn't detect the high one, but high detected the high one. It didn't detect the low one because the low detected it, so it didn't. So I think it is high. And 3 out of the 3-0, 3 low. I'm I'm on fire. Did you get that, guys? Did you get that correct? 3-0 so far. Which statement about managed rule groups in AWS WAF is true? They are custom built rules created by users to filter. They are predefined, ready to use that AWS writes and maintains for you. They are user defined rules that can be shared with others. I think it is this option B. Mine is B. And 4 out 4-0, 4-0, 4-0, 4-0. Yay! Okay, there is no stopping me. How many did you all get? How many did you all get? Which resources can be associated with a regional web ACL in WAF? Definitely you can do this, I know. I think it's these two. Cognitive user pool doesn't make any sense. Let's look at the hint. Oh, it does actually. Oh, there is no. Yeah, there is. Local. Oh, never mind. They're not talking about. They're talking regional. Okay, I think it is these three. Yeah, we did global one. That's what. Anyways, you saw the hint as well. Okay. This is 5-0. How many did you guys? Did you all get? How many did you all get? I think it only asks 5 questions if I'm not wrong. Yeah. What is true about Amazon S3 pricing? Select two. Charges occur per object. charges occur per gigabyte, charges occur. Oh, okay. Um, I think it's these two, right? And yes, 60. How many did you all get? Come on, comment. Put it in the comments so that I will take a look at and I will be like, hmm, I did better than you guys. And also put in the comments how many I got, because when I check the comments, I might forget how much I got in this one. So I got 60. How many you got? Put it in the comments. All right, let's do this and call it a day. And pretty much all the projects are running at least 40 minutes for in this season so far. To empower your data mining operations with real-time serverless data processing analytics, integrate Amazon S3, Lambda, Glue, and Amazon Redshift. Interesting. We have what? What is this? S3 bucket, event notifications. Huh. What? How? Oh, it is coming this way as well. Okay. And then this is Glue, I guess. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. S3 event notifications. Okay, should we put event notifications here? Then it will trigger Lambda. Then the group caller will be called and put the data in. Can I move this? No. But I'm just thinking about this. Should I put S3 and then glue? Okay, let's see. What is that? That is S3 bucket. This is S3. What? Okay. That's weird. This at least they should name it as like, what is this? This is weird. Okay. Where is glue? See this? Then there is event notifications. What is the difference between this and this? Okay, glue is here. I hope this is right. And it is. Congratulations to me. Anyways, I think that's about it all. Do leave in the comments how many I got 60, how much you got, and don't forget to subscribe and like, comment, share, and all that awesome stuff. And yeah, do subscribe, everyone, because this is a good time to do so. We are in 66 project and we have to go till 94. Okay. If we have to go till 94, then I need inspiration, and that's how I get inspiration by looking at your comments, likes, subscriptions, bell enabling notification. Yes, I will get to know if you whether you enabled the notifications bell or not. So all that contributes to the channel, supports the channel. You can also subscribe to the membership and support the channel as well. But I really appreciate your time here. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much, and all the best with whatever you are doing. And have a great day. See you in the next video. Peace out.